Right, sorry, something's gone slightly wrong with my scenes, which I just need to figure out, because I think it's capturing the wrong thing, which is obviously a problem if it's capturing the wrong monitor. Game with cam is fine. Game no... Is it... which one does my titles and credits? Which is that... is it full screen cam? No. Large cam? No. Game... No, it's not game no cam. It's a... Game... Oh, fuck's sake. Which one is it? Which one is it? There should be a scene called titles and credits. Is it just monitor? Ah, that's it. Just monitor. Full screen, but you need to capture... No, not that. Oh, fuck. Goodness sake. What? Oh, I don't know what's going on with titles and credits at the moment. You know what? We'll just do it on Game No Cam, because that seems to be working. All right. See you after the titles. Or maybe not. I don't know. Is that capturing the right thing now? Why is OBS? OBS has just done something very strange when it crashed then. So, which one? What's this? Game? Where am I? Game. I'm on Game No Cam. Right. What's game with cam? Well, that's got it. Has it deleted a source? What am I looking for? On game with cam, it's got game monitor, game no cam. Oh, I know why. Okay, I'm just gonna have to throw. It's yeah, because I've changed. Right, I've messed around with stuff because of the different captures. This is why I need to get on with the thing. Right, we're gonna come out of studio mode and we're gonna go to game with cam and we're gonna roll the titles and all will be well. It's Moneybox! And if you want to come play the game, you need the Universal Controller and the room code VSZN. Nate, Mickey, X and K, welcome to the stream, both of y'all. Come join us. Yeah, sorry about hiccups. OBS doing OBS things. OBS gonna do that, I guess. Hope this works. Hope it all just pans out like it should. That would be lovely. That would be a thing most wonderful. But yeah, come join the game. QR code, Hex and Gale, room code, and then type a little confirmation message into chat. Is about the level of it. This is a jam. I do like this piece. Short and sweet. So if you don't want to play in the hot seat game, if you just want to play in the lobby game, you can exclude yourself. But if you would like to play in the hot seat game, then you can simply not exclude. And if RNG chooses you to come and play, then you could be next to play for a life-changing amount of pennies, which would be lovely. A game like the album. Well, with all the music that I don't own and didn't write, but simply purchased to allow use in games. Yeah, maybe. Oh, God. What's happening there? Lots of photos from my siblings of their children. It's nice, isn't it? The bridge acoustic version. I suppose I could cover some. Do some acoustic covers. You can join the hot seat game if you like Manic Volcanic. It's fairly easy to pick up and play. It's a lot of chatting and you'll have a partner. You'll have a sparring partner as well. There's two of you who get to play. Right. I'll give you a few more seconds to come and join, and then we'll get underway, and we'll see who we bring into the game tonight. There's a few of you unexcluded, which is nice. We'll see what RNG does for us, and who's it going to bring in to play Moneybox tonight. I've lost some of my patter, I feel. That's what happens when I don't do it for a while. It'll come back. It'll come back. Yeah, a few players unexcluded, as in not excluded, as in eligible to play. Has this gone on long enough, do you think? I think it's gone on long enough. I've apparently I've got enough players eligible, which is nice. Shall we pick someone? I think we should. Right, first of all, let's lock the lobby. I'm going to lock the lobby in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Locking it. There we go. And let's pick someone to come and play Moneybox. Oh, that's Woollyback. Woollyback. I was going to say that's an avatar I don't recognise. Look at the console bed. Woollyback, you have been selected to play Moneybox. If you'd like to, I know that you joined the Discord, so that's one step in the right direction. Pop your set. If I come into the broadcast studio, that would also help, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, good shout, Lewis. I will. In fact, I could probably do that now. Apparently, I've still got the charity stream tag on, and it's gone. Done. If you pop yourself into the green room, Woollyback, have a little chat with my main man Lewis, that would be just grand. I need to share my screen now. Which screen do I share? No, I don't. I need to turn the camera on because that's how we do it these days, I think. If it's the right camera. Yes, I need to turn on virtual camera though, and then share that, and then there we have it. Fantastic. Oh, Lord. Excuse me. Goodness me. I've got a runner's wheeze going on. I've run about 20 kilometres this week. I know it's not that much in the grand scheme of things, but yeah. It's my chest letting me know it's still here. I'm sure it'll disappear with time. 20 kilometers further off. Well, that's something, I guess. Yeah. No, it's good. It's parkrun this morning. Second best parkrun time ever this morning, which is nice. I'd probably agree with brown sauce there. Yeah. No time for brown sauce. But yeah, good parkrun. Put me under book rights in your will. Well, by all means, Clive. But being is this being released as a non-profit, then yeah, I don't know how much they'll be worth, but by all means. How are we doing, Lewis and Woollyback? Have we got any issues? Fair enough. Have to confer with all the people whose quizzes that we're using as part of the book to demonstrate the format. See if they're still happy with that. If you don't mind, I'll have your last rights. Okay, that's fine too. I'm hoping the chest is going to start to come under control in just a minute. Whew. Are we okay, Lewis? Have we got issues with sound with Woollyback? Or are we just not able to bring him into the broadcast studio? Speak to me. Terry Tibbs, talk to me. There we go. A Woollyback.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening to you too. I'm hoping I can hear you, you can hear me, and I'm hoping Stream can hear both of us. Hopefully they'll confirm.
Well, I can hear you. Well, I can hear you absolutely fine.
Fantastic. And can you see the stream in the broadcast studio as well?
Oh, yes, I can see that at the minute, yes. It's just got me on a sofa, hasn't it?
Absolutely. And then me behind the desk and the webcam. Good. Well, that's a good start. That's all the things in the right place, so I'll relax a bit now. How are you doing?
Well, I'm glad to be here. I mean, come on, it was an omen. You featuring around all about my hometown, so
maybe.
Big, good omen that was.
A harbinger. We could call it a harbinger, but a harbinger of positive things, perhaps.
Yeah, she's isn't it? Yeah.
This is your first. I think this is your first time. You've only just joined the Discord, and I think you were a first-time chatter tonight. So your first time in these parts, and presumably your first time playing Moneybox.
Oh, definitely.
Well, you are in for, hopefully, a lot of fun today. I'll explain the rules to you in just a minute, but the first job that you have, Woollybeck, is to pick your sparring partner tonight. So if we pop round and see the other potential players who signed up to say, yeah, I'll have a go in the hot seat, who would you like to play along with? You'll be working as a team all the way through. You've got JR, Clive, Proust, TVP, Zeus, Manic, Mark, Shadowmane, Kegler, Hex, or Ape. Who do you want to play with tonight?
Well, having recently done a very good collaboration on Ash's stream with Shadowmane, I think I'll take him again.
Good stuff. So we're having I just need to type in Shadowmane's name to make sure that they are picked in. So we're having a revitalization thing. Was that Secret Fortune?
It was a Secret Fortune, yes.
I did catch quite a lot of that, and you seem to make a pretty dope team. So lovely to have that come back together. Shadowmane, if you're still at peace with that and here in the chat, then I'll bring you into the game. I see you in the general voice chat, so if you want to pop your way there, you're in the green room already. Good, I'll press the magic button and make it so. Shadowmane PX41, hopefully appearing on the sofa next to Woollyback. Fantastic. We'll just get Shadowmane sound tested in the green room, and then we'll bring him into the broadcast. Very important, Woollyback, make sure you keep your device open with the universal controller. You will need it during the game. And we've got a Shadowmane as well. Shadow, hello.
Hello, Ben. It's been a while since I've been on a stream like this. But it's nice. It's nice to be back.
Wonderful to have you here, and great to have you reunited with Woollyback after your success in Secret Fortune.
Yeah, we've got to stop bumping into each other like this, Woollyback.
Well, look, it's great to have you both here. Shadowmane, have you played Moneybox before?
I don't remember if I had. I've definitely written a pack for it back when it was in the other edition.
Yes,
but
version 1.0. Yes.
Yeah, version 1.0. I'm aware of the concept of money.
Okay, well, I'll give you a quick refresher of the rules, and for Woollyback's benefit as well, we'll go over how to play. We're going to be showing you a board which has got 12 categories on it, and you've got to answer 10, if I can remember the rules, because we changed them ever so slightly last time we played. You have to pick 10 of the categories. You also get the Moneybox machine, which you may have seen just after the opening titles, which contains 12 coins, which have a range of values from 50 all the way up to 2,000, I think. Basically, you get a question, which is a bit of a chatty, discussy question, and it will have a 50-50 option. You settle on an answer. If you get it right, hooray, you win the money that you picked from that coin, and it adds to your jackpot. However, if you get it wrong, that coin goes out of the game forever, and you don't win it. Additionally, 4 or possibly 5 of the coins, I can't remember, we'll find out when we go back to the board, will be assigned as killer values. Now, if you get it right and it's a killer, no change, you get the money, happy days. However, if you get it wrong and it's a killer, not only do you not get the money, but it reduces your accumulated jackpot by 50%. After 10 questions, we will see what the jackpot stands at, and then we will play for it in the final round with the final 2 categories. So the best strategy I can give you is that if you've got lots of killers in the game, you might want to play questions that you're happier with, or you think, or categories you're more likely to get right because you want to avoid those killers. You might want to get rid of categories you think you're weaker with at the beginning, and you want to save 2 categories at the end for ones that you think you're going to be broadly happy with. Does that make some level of sense?
It does make a level of sense, Ben. Thank you for the reminder.
Woollyback, you happy with all of that?
Taking it all in at once was a bit of a struggle, especially for one of my advanced years. But Shadowmane seems to know what he's doing, so
he'll guide you all the way, and I'll be here to hold your hand as well. And just in case, if you want it, I've got it written down as well. Select a coin to go in the money box, followed by a question category. Get the question right, adds the value to your jackpot. Get it wrong, and the coin goes out of the game forever. And beware of the killer coins. Answer question incorrectly with the killer coin in the money box, you lose half of your accumulated jackpot. Simple as that. Audience game, you're playing along in exactly the same way, except you don't have quite as much time. The guys will have 45 seconds to discuss. Audience has only got 15 seconds. One additional rule for you guys. At any point, you can poll the audience, and you can see the percentage of the audience have gone for which answer, which might help sway your decision if you've got a bit one way you're not quite sure. It could go either way. So we'll have a lot of fun, and no matter what happens, that's the main thing, I guess.
Definitely so.
Fingers crossed for you. Best of luck to you both, and best of luck if you're playing along in the audience game as well. Thank you again to Lupine for writing this pack and to Coda for proofing it. Let's play Moneybox! And here we have our categories: animation, US geography, chemistry, the Beatles, numbers, comedies, food and drink, US sports, South America, art, the horror, and politics. And we can also see our values starting at 50, ranging all the way up to 2,000, which means, I think if my maths is right, there's something like 10,000 or 7,500 potentially available. I did know at one point when I devised this. Anyway, we need 10 of those questions. 2 of them we're going to leave until the end, and there are 4 killers in the game, which means at some point you will find at least 1 killer, or at least 2 killers, I guess, because we're going to have 10 of the questions. Try and find them on correct answers, or avoid them altogether. We are going to start by selecting a coin to go into your money box, and it is going to fall on Woollyback to pick a coin. So, Woollyback, on your device, you'll be able to pick one of those coins.
Hang on. Hang on a moment. I need to be on this now, don't I? No. Hang on. What do I do? Sorry. What do I do?
That's on your universal controller. There should be the options to pick one of the arms, a colour and a direction. And so just pick whichever one you fancy.
Right. It's not. Oh. Sorry about this, chap. I knew I'd fall at the first hurdle. No, it's just still giving me. You've been chosen to play in a hot seat game. Good luck. I'm in the wrong place, aren't I?
Well, why don't you tell me? See, I should be able to manually select it. If you tell me which you would like.
Yeah, that might be the safest.
Well, we'll go that way, and hopefully the app will catch up. So just tell me a colour and either left or right, and we'll go with that.
All right, give me green on the left then. I'm sorry to everybody for being so.
Not at all. No problem. Green on the left. Hopefully, when I press the button, it'll just do green on the left. Fingers crossed. There we go. Green on the left goes into the money box. Now, Shadowmane has responsibility for picking the category, but you have 10 seconds to discuss it among yourselves to see if there's any strategy you want to employ. So, which category are you going for first?
Well, I don't want to see politics in the final, so I'm thinking we might get that one out of the way first, maybe?
Yeah. Is this a stage where we decide what we want in the final, or...?
No, this is it. We're going to play through whichever 2 are left after you've got through 10 questions. Those 2 will be the ones in the final.
If you want to do the politics one to get it out of the way,
yeah, let's get rid of politics so we don't see it in the final, please.
Okay, have you got that on your device, Shadowmane? Can you select that?
Yes, I got it.
There you go.
Politics
has been loaded. Oh, and before we have our question, here's a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
Welcome back, Ben.
Thank you very much, Matt the Ref, for the 5-year subscription. Goodness gracious me. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Thank you for the support, and thank you for the welcome back. So, question on politics. And here's a message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
Loading up the hype train.
Possibly loading up a hype train here. Thank you for the 100 bits there, JR. Right, let's take a look at our 2 options on politics. They are William Henry Harrison's tenure as US President, or Liz Truss's tenure as UK Prime Minister. No prizes for guessing where this is going. Let's take a look at the question. After we've had a message from our sponsor, Kegler Coach.
Choo choo.
Choo choo indeed. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Kegler Coach. The question, which of the following lasted the longest? Audience, you've got 15 seconds to get an answer in, and players, you've got 45 seconds to discuss, starting now.
One of these.
Yeah, I know Liz Truss was very, very short. There was a whole thing of a lettuce managed to outlast her.
I think it's 40
for the audience.
Yeah, something around 40 days, and
yeah.
I don't know much about William Henry Harrison, but I have to assume that he lasted longer than Liz Truss and Lettuce combined.
Yeah, because otherwise he probably wouldn't have even lasted beyond his
His
inauguration.
term, yeah. So you're happy to say
I'm happy to say Harrison is long. He's
William
longer,
Henry
yeah.
Harrison then is the right answer?
We'll go with that.
We're going to lock in William Henry Harrison. That is your time up. So we're going for William Henry Harrison's tenure as US President.
Yes.
Okay, we will lock that in. You have got a straw poll available from the audience, which you can use, but it sounds like you're fairly happy with that. So we'll lock in William Henry Harrison's tenure as US President as your answer. Now you're locked in. Let's see how the audience voted on that. Oh, look, it's a very political divide, 52-48 in favour of William Henry Harrison. So the audience are just edging to your side of thinking. Let's see if they, and indeed you, are correct. Alas, not. No. 49 days, you're absolutely right for Liz Truss, but William Henry Harrison was only US President for 30 days.
Well then.
30 days, even shorter. So that was a thing. So those are the values. At this point, we've got to hope that we brought a little value. And at this point, it'd be fine to find a killer and get one of them out of the game, because obviously half of nothing is still nothing. So now's an optimum time to find a killer. But ideally, one of those lower values. Let's see. What did you bring to your money box? Right. That's about as bad as it could be, pretty much. Yeah, 1500, and it's not a killer. And a wrong answer. I'm afraid that 1500 goes out of the game forever. It's not a great start, but don't worry, we've got another 9 questions to go. For now, though, we have to say goodbye to that 1500 coin. Oh, excuse me. It's gone up to the ceiling. It'll be cleared out by the janitor later on. Now, we come back to our next question, but first of all, we need another coin into the money box. So, Shadowmane, you're on coin duty. Which one are you going for?
Oh, it's my turn for coin duty.
Indeed.
I'm going to say Violet Right, please.
You can select this again on your device.
Oh, it's...
I think it's purple.
Right, purple.
Purple right is the one.
Yeah, that'll be one.
In it goes. And has it caught up, Woolly Back? Has the app caught up, or are you still stuck?
I've not even tried it yet. Hang on. Let's have a look. Start game. No, it's still on that welcome screen.
Okay, no problem.
So I have to do this verbally on top.
Well, we can do it verbally. We can get around that. That might be fine until possibly later. We'll figure that out as that cross that bridge as and when we come to it. 10 seconds to discuss which category you want to go for next.
Nice. Is there any here that you think is particularly safe?
Well, I personally would be fine with leaving animation for later, because I feel comfortable with that.
You're good with that?
Yeah, I would like to believe I am.
I'm thinking comedy would be a good one, because either it'll be sort of something newer, which will be down your street, or something further back, which will be up mine.
I need to press you for a category, please, gents. What are we going for right now?
Oh, sorry, we're thinking.
That's right. No, it's fine. I need to keep the pressure on slightly.
One thing I don't want to see in the final is chemistry, so I'd be fine to get rid of chemistry.
We're going for chemistry?
Let's do it then. Chemistry it is.
Okay.
Chemistry it is.
Let me manually set to chemistry, and hopefully this will load up chemistry for us. Poggers. Right, chemistry question. Let's take a look at some options. The one that is first alphabetically, or the one that is last alphabetically are your options. Audience, you're going to have 15 seconds. Guys, remember, if you want to take a straw poll anytime after the buzzer goes, you can take a straw poll to see what the audience's reaction is in advance. You can only use that once. Here is your question. Which of these elements of the periodic table has the highest atomic number? 15 seconds in the audience and 45 seconds for you to discuss, starting now.
Will the first one be somewhere around?
Right.
Would it be something like aluminium or argon?
Straw poll available.
actinium, or have I made that up?
What was that?
Is there an actinium, or have I made that up?
Was there an actinium?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds plausible because it's got an inium. Like, the periodic table is so bizarre, but I think there are a lot more ones that are closer to A than there are closer to Z.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think Z's going to be probably zirconium.
yeah, and zirconium doesn't seem.
Time is up.
That's
I am
sort
going to
of
have to press you for an answer. Which of these elements of the periodic table has the highest atomic number?
You want to say first alphabetically, Woollyback?
I would say I'll say that one because I think zirconium's quite low down.
Alright, let's go first.
Okay, we will lock in the one that is first alphabetically, and we'll see what the audience thought. Much more favourable percentage in your favour this time. 70% agree with you, just 30% think is the one that's last alphabetically. Let's first of all see if you're right. You are indeed, and you were both bang on with your assumptions. Actinium and zirconium. Actinium is 89, zirconium is 40. So correct answer. Now to find out, what did you bring to your money box? Now would be a good time to find a killer because it's a correct answer, but hopefully one of those nice high values, but maybe not too high because of course we can still damage the game with killers. Maybe want to save those high values for a bit later on, but let's find out. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, it's good. We're off the mark. Not one of the higher values. It is only 350, but very importantly, it is a killer on a correct answer, which means that killer has no effect, and we get the 350, and we take one of those 4 killers out of the game. That's a great start. We've got some money on the board. Let's add 350 to your jackpot. Okay, after every 2 questions, we check in with the audience game. So let's just take a little peep and see how they're getting on. Range of scores, quite a few people actually on 1850. It's both getting both questions correct. Kegler looks like he's got the first one right, but then hit the killer on the second one, and then quite a few 350s, including yourselves, currently on 350, and a few players yet to score, but 8 more questions before the final. So lots of time. We're going back to our money box, and Woollyback, would you like to tell me the colour and position of your next arm, please?
Okay, we'll take red on the left then, please.
Red on the left. Let's load it into the money box. And Mr. Shadowmane, 10 seconds to discuss with Woollyback the next category.
Well, US geography and US sport are kind of not favourable subjects for me. Well, I don't know what you think of those, Woollyback.
Geography's okay, depends what it is. Obviously, US sport is complete non-starter for me.
So you want to get rid of US sport then?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do that and then.
All right. So US sport.
Valid strategy. There's not much in the jackpot at the moment, so if we get it wrong and it's a killer, it's another killer out of the game, and it's not too detrimental. So fairly valid strategy there. Matt the Ref and Vertigo, welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at the options: American League or National League, and the question that goes with it. Which league of Major League Baseball has won the MLB All-Star Game the most times? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and your time starts now.
Have you got a coin we can toss?
These are indeed leagues. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think if you've got a coin we can toss, this might be a helpful time to use it.
Oh, and I left it back at the other house. Well, I have a stone.
That noise means that the audience time is up. If you wanted to take a straw poll, then you can do. If you want to get the audience's opinion, that might help you if you've got nothing else to go on.
We could take advantage because there must be some Americans in there somewhere.
Yeah, we could take a straw poll if you want. Do you want to use the straw poll then, Woollyback?
We're tossing a coin otherwise, so yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's use the straw poll and reveal what the audience thought. So that is a time up for you as well. 67% think National League, 33% think American League. So, do you want to go with the audience?
Let's go with the audience then.
Yeah, let's go for it. National League.
We'll lock in National League then. So let's see if the majority of the audience were correct with this. National League. Which league of Major League Baseball has won the MLB All-Star Games the most times? Is it National League? Regrettably not. It's the American League. American League has won the All-Star Game 48 times, the National League 44 times with 2 ties. So not a lot in it, though I have to say, as a non-proponent of American sports myself, I barely understood the question. So we're all in good company with that one, I think.
To me, it's something completely different.
Either way, nothing can be done about that. It is a wrong answer, so again, it would be good to avoid a killer to avoid damaging what we've got, but we don't have that much in there. Principally, at this point, we'd really like to see a low value. Let's have a look. What did you bring to your money box? Oh, that's not good. That's not ideal. It's 12.50, and again, it's a non-killer, so we don't even get the joy of taking a killer out of the game. The only virtue, the only consolation we can take from this is that, of course, we're not going to damage the jackpot. We've already got the 350, but I'm afraid we do have to lose that 12.50 from the game. It's okay. We've still got time. We've still got 7 questions to go. We've found one of the killers already. We've got 350 in the jackpot, and we've still got some big values up there. The 2,000 is still there. The 1,750, the 1,000 are all still there. So don't despair yet. We've got lots of time to build up some more money. Let's go back to the money box, and Shadowmane, pick us our next coin, please.
Well, I am liking the look of orange on the right, please.
Orange on the right. In it goes to the money box. And Wooly back. A quick chat with Shadowmane, and then can you tell me which category you would like next?
Ooh, I mix. Why don't we do? I mean, the South America one. That's.
I was literally thinking South America as well, Wooly. That is frightening. So yeah.
In which case, gentlemen, we've got it. Yes.
Yes.
South America it
South
shall
America.
be. Let's load up South America, and let's take a look at your 2 options. Paraguay or Peru? 2 South American countries, both beginning with P. Let's take a look what the question brings. Which of these South American countries shares a land border with the most other countries? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and that time starts now.
Ooh, I'm thinking. Oh, great. Now, Paraguay. That's landlocked.
Yeah, I was going to say Paraguay is landlocked, so.
Well, that's going to be like Brazil, Uruguay, maybe Peru.
You're going to have countries on all sides, so.
Now, Peru, I think, is only. It's the thin one down there, so that's probably Colombia,
Yeah.
Brazil, Chile. Ooh!
What have you thought?
I'm tempted by Paraguay for that reason.
Yeah, I want to go. I'd say Paraguay is a good shout if it's a landlocked country.
It's time up. Are we going for Paraguay?
We are.
You're going to go for it.
Let's lock Paraguay in. Let's see what the audience thought. Paraguay racing up a little bit quicker. 55% going for Paraguay, 45% for Peru. Let's see if you and the audience were in favour with Paraguay. I'm afraid not. The one thing I was thinking of there, if there was an Ask the Host, I would have chipped in with this. Well, there can't be an Ask the Host because I see the answers before you do. But is Peru the one that's very, very long?
It's not the really, really long thin one. That's Chile, but
that's Chile. Okay. I'm being told in my notes that Paraguay borders Bolivia, Argentina, and Brazil, but Peru borders Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, Bolivia, and Chile. So, unfortunately, not the right way. But the audience were thinking the same sort of thing, not by much. So, again, we're not going to get any more cash here. We've still got quite a low jackpot, and now would be a good time to try and take a killer out of the game. But please, goodness me, let this be a low value. Let's have a look. What did you bring to your money box? Come on. Okay, a bit of a double-edged sword there. That's about as good as it could be, I think, right now. We've taken another killer out of the game. It does mean we lose 175 from the jackpot, but, and here's the key thing, it's a low value. That low 100 going out of the game means there's still lots of money there for you to snaffle up. But it does mean we have to add that killer to the money box and take 175 off that jackpot. Okay, we're 4 questions in. We've got 175. We've got 6 questions to go. There is still a lot of money up there. For what it's worth, only 2 of the values left are now lower than your total jackpot. Everything else is more than it, and there's only 2 killers left. So we're in a good position. We've got to start finding some of those right answers, though. So I'm hoping there's some nice categories up there that's going to help you get a bit more money as we go forward. Let's check in with the audience. Clive has the lead, 3,200. Inca and JR, Stilgar and Zeus all on 1950. CJ's got 1550, Dracorex and Pyro are on 925, etc. Woollyback and Shadowmane currently sat on 175, tied up with Masinu and Stimson's Angle. Let's see if we can get some more money. Come on, let's get back to the board, and Woollyback, you're in charge of the next coin.
So, let's go. Green on the right.
The right green one. Let's see if it is the right coin for you as we load the right green coin into the money box. Ah, yes, that's where we get the reaction shot view, so to speak. And 10 seconds to discuss a category, and then Shadowmane, you've got the final word.
Right, do you want to get rid of US geography now, or is there something else you think we can get rid of?
We seem to be settled on the 2 we're carrying forward, so yeah, let's take the US geography.
Yeah, let's go then.
US geography. Okay, well, let's take a look at the options that it brings. New York and Boston, or Los Angeles and San Francisco. I can confirm those are indeed all places in the US. Let's see if the question brings you favour. Which of these pairs of US cities are further apart from each other as the crow flies? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss, and the time starts now.
Right.
Right. Do you know what I'm thinking here?
What are you thinking, Woollyback?
Right. New York and Boston, the 2 separate states, New York and Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Los Angeles and San Francisco are both in California.
Yeah, I was going to say, they seem rather close to each other.
I think whoever's written this question knows this and has done it as a trap.
So you're saying it's
I think Los Angeles and San Francisco might be further away because California is a damn big state.
California's a large one, and New York and Boston are rather... They're in small states. So do you want to go by that? Do you want to go by that logic and say LA and San Fran?
I'd like to... yep. LA and Frisco it is.
We'll lock in LA and Frisco. I like the logic. Let's see if the audience agree with you. Looks like they do. 65% think Los Angeles and San Francisco are further apart. You're right. California is a hench state, and you're right. New York State is a state that is full of absolutely nothing, and the greatest city allegedly in the world, and then a lot of nothing. And then Massachusetts, I don't think, is a very long way away. Let's see if your logic holds up. Are Los Angeles and San Francisco further apart than New York and Boston? Good hunch. Good hunch, yeah. So LA and San Francisco, 345 miles apart. New York and Boston, only 190. So good logic, and the audience were with you there. Right. This could be the beginning of the turning of luck. What we want to have now, a nice big value, maybe 1,000, 850, something like that, one of the bigger values in the middle, so we can still save those massive values for later on, and a killer would be really, really good right now. Let's see if the right green one was the right one for you. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, I was half right. Full disclosure, I don't know what the coins are until I press the button to reveal it, so I do find that fractionally before you do on the console. But yeah, 1,000. Non-killer does move. We've still got 2 of those naughty little killers floating around the game, and we are halfway through now. We've had 5 out of 5 questions. At the halfway mark, though, we get to add another 1,000 to your jackpot. To your jackpot. There we go. That's more like it. 1175. That's what we want to see. Okay, we're halfway through. We've got through 5 questions, another 5 to go, and then we've got 2 more for the final. I'll explain the final rules to you in a bit when we get there. All you want to know is that you're going to have to answer them both, and you ideally want to keep some ones that you think you're going to be confident on. So, for now, we need to go back to the Moneybox, and Shadowmane, you are on coin duty. What's it going to be?
I'm going to say this time we're looking at left yellow.
Left yellow, in it goes, and Woolly back. 10 seconds to discuss with Shadowmane, and then let me know which category you would like.
Okay. We got that.
What's your horror like?
Well, my horror, I'd be down for some horror, like, if
Well,
that's what you're up for.
Our performance up to this point has been a bit of a horror, so let's...
What kind
Let's
of
go for
horror?
that.
Slasher, psychological, or just campy?
I'll leave you to work that one out.
We're gonna make it a meta stream. It's been horror so far. Maybe horror will continue the turning of the luck. Are we going for the horror? The horror?
Yeah,
let's
let's go for the
do
horror.
some
The horror.
Okay. The horror with a comma in the middle. Let's take a look at your options. Resident Evil Retribution or Resident Evil Extinction? Let's see what the question brings. Which of these movies in the Resident Evil series starring Mila Jovovich was released the earliest? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss, and your time starts now.
Ooh. What? Have you seen these?
No!
Well, I know they're both. I know they're both based on a video game series of the same
Oh,
name.
right. Okay, that's useless to me as well. Now,
I must admit, I've not seen either of them though. Go on.
I'm going to say this, Retribution just sounds, on the face of it, and I'm probably talking utter nonsense here, like a sequel, like a part 2.
So you're saying Extinction might have come first?
No, I'm thinking probably just Resident Evil, whatever, then Retribution, then Extinction somewhere further down the line. So if I'm saying earliest, I'm just going to hunch about Retribution.
You're gonna go with Retribution?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Again, it's a coin toss.
On
Yeah.
it.
Seems sound enough logic. We're going with Retribution?
Yeah, we'll go with Retribution.
Alright, we'll lock Retribution in. AB me suggesting Resident Evil Reunion. The audience leaning more towards Extinction, 60% going for Extinction, 40% for Retribution. This wouldn't be the first time the audience have been wrong, but let's find out if they are wrong at this time. Regrettably not. Extinction was released in 2007, Retribution in 2012. But they did both indeed star Mila Jovovich. Was there another one? Resident Evil... I think it might just been called Resident Evil, the first one. So I think they were both sequels, but just the other way around from what we thought, regrettably. So, now is not the time for a killer. Now is the time to find the 50 without a killer. Oh, come on. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, that's not too bad. Not a killer, so we preserve our jackpot of 1175, but it does mean we lose a 650 from the game. It's not the highest value, it's pretty much in the middle, I think, of the remaining values, so still money out there, but unfortunately we have to lose it from the game. Into the ceiling rafters it goes. Okay, we've had 6 questions, so let's go check in with our audience scores at this point. Clive in front with 4,200, Stilgar 3,600, CJ 3,200, Inca and JR on 2,950. They make up the top 4. 1175 for you guys, same as Stinson's angle, just ahead of AB me, just behind Matt the ref. Like I say, we've got 4 questions left. We've still got some chunky values in this game. The 2000 is still there, the 1750 is still there, the 850 is still there, and if you can find all three of those and the 500, that's 5100 still. Add that to the 1175, you've got 6275, which would be a very sizable jackpot. So don't count your chickens in this game is all I'll say. There are only 2 killers afoot. Let's go back to the money box, and Woodyback, your next coin, please.
Right. Oh dear me, is the left-hand side? I don't know. Is that violet or is it indigo? I can't tell on here.
I have it described as purple on on the description and on the buttons, but left purple we can load into the money box. There it goes. And Shadowmane, 10 seconds to discuss, and then your next category, please.
Okay, between what we've got left, we still want to keep animation and, was it?
I think comedy was the other one we were looking at keeping.
Right, so in that case, between the Beatles, numbers, food and drink and art, what strikes your fancy? What are you most confident on?
Not numbers is probably a good one as any.
You want to say numbers?
Yeah.
Alright, then we're going with numbers.
Numbers it shall be. Let's take a look at the options. It is less than 10 to the 20, or it is greater than 10 to the 20. This is going to involve 10 to the 20, so you might want to have a think about just trying to quantify how big or small that number is. Here is your question. Which of these facts about Avogadro's constant, the number of particles in one mole, is correct? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and your time starts now.
Oh dear lord.
I think I know this one.
I only know this because it appeared on You Don't Know Jack 2011 at some point. I don't know whether it's greater or less than.
I think it is 10. Well, I think it's something like 6 times 10 to the 23.
I think it's 6 times 10 to the 23rd power.
23, yeah, so it will be higher.
Yeah, it's got to be greater than if that's the case, because if it's 6 times 10 to the power of 23, that it automatically makes it greater.
That sounds like a confident position to be in. We're going to go with greater than 10 to the 20?
We are going back.
Yeah, we are.
We're going back to chemistry and physics that I took in 1988, so I might have forgotten.
Do you want to know something fun, Woodyback? You were taking chemistry and physics in the year that I was born. I thought that was a fun fact for you. You may not find it as fun, but I thought it was fun.
I'm used to having my age exposed by much younger people.
We'll lock in greater than 10 to the 20. Let's see how the audience played that one as well. Yeah, that one's ticking up much quicker. 75%, 3/4 of the audience agree with you. Let's see if you were all right. Indeed. So, what did you say it was, Woodyback?
6 times 10 to the 23, I think it was.
Absolutely spot on, yeah. I've got it down to decimal places. It's 6.022140076 times 10 to the 23, but you've done jolly well to get that pretty much bang on.
All I can say is he may not be around to hear this, but thank you, Mr. Fawcett.
It's good when school knowledge comes back and is useful in pub quiz settings and game show stuff. So I hope that you are rewarded for your exceptional knowledge there. Let's take a look. What did you bring to your money box? All right. It's
money.
It's money. It's one of the remaining biggest 4. With 4 questions to go, so you would have needed that one. It would have been nicer if it was a killer on a correct answer, but we'll take what we can get. That's another 500 going into your jackpot. 1675, several years before some people were born. I'm sure. We are building up that jackpot. We've got a little bit of momentum going. There are still 2 killers at play, which we'd like to try and avoid if possible. For now, though, we need to go and pick another coin to go into the money box. Shadowbane, the option is yours.
I like the look of right yellow this time.
Right, yellow in it shall go. And Woollyback, if you'd like to confer with Shadowbane and then pick a category.
I suppose we've got to face the beetle in the room, haven't we?
Yeah, go on. Let's have a look at the Beatles.
The Beatles. I hear they're overrated. Woollyback, you're new here. That's a running gag. That anytime the Beatles appear in a question, I say the Beatles are overrated. Let's load the Beatles up and let's take a look at the options. Furthest beetle on the left of the photo, tailing the group, or furthest beetle on the right on the photo, leading the group is the question. Where is this going indeed? On the cover of the Beatles' Abbey Road album, where is the youngest Beatle located? Okay, I think the Beatles are overrated, but I think this is a cracking question. 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and your time starts now.
Which one's
one of the? It's one of them. Is it Ringo? It's either Ringo, John, Paul, or George. One of them.
Those are the members of the Beatles.
Right. Well, it's not John because I know that Paul's younger than him. But I don't know about the other two.
Well, how do they look on Abbey Road? Like, what do they look like? Can you visualize them?
Right. I think it's. Oh hell. Paul, John, Ringo.
So would you say they're at the back or the front?
It's time.
So I would say. So Ringo's at the front.
Alright.
George is at the back. Oh.
Who's older then, Ringo or George?
I think Ringo might be the younger one. So he'll be in front. So yeah, it'll be the right hand of the photo.
So we think
let's go with that.
We think Ringo is the youngest, and we think he's at the front.
Yes. I could be wrong on both counts, but that's what I think.
Let's lock it in. See what the audience thought. Looks like the left one is going up a little quicker. I thought George was at the front because George is dressed as George the preacher. John is supposedly dressed as a corpse. One of them is dressed as...
No. John is supposed to be the preacher. Paul is supposed to be the corpse because the rumour was that he was dead.
So the rumour that Paul was dead because he's the one with no shoes on, isn't he?
Yeah, because I know this for a fact. The number plate on the Volkswagen Beetle behind them has 281F, and it was translated by some as being 28 as in if he was still alive.
Okay.
Well, the Beetle is relevant to this. So John was the preacher, Paul was the corpse, but they were the two in the middle. George was a gravedigger.
That was one of the gravedigger. That was it. And
he was the one at the. He would have been at the back.
I thought he was at the front.
I think was an undertaker. I think Ringo was the undertaker.
Shall we find out?
Please.
Let's find out. I'm quite curious about this myself. Is the furthest Beatle on the right of the photo, leading the group, the youngest Beatle? No. No, they're not.
Wrong.
The answer is George Harrison. George Harrison is the furthest Beatle on the left, who was the youngest Beatle. John Lennon is the second oldest Beatle. John Lennon on the right, and George Harrison on the furthest left, and George was the youngest. So I love that question. I thought that's given us a lot to talk about. Unfortunately, we've landed on the wrong answer. Riff, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. Okay, let's not panic. We don't know what's going. We've still got the. So we still got
just the way I felt so confidently through that. I was still wrong.
We've still got the top and the bottom of the game here. We've still got 2 killers. We really hope this is a low value and really not a killer. But we still got 2 questions to damage limit if it is. Let's find out. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, so we're going right down the middle again. 850. 850's out of the game. It was one of the biggest 4 remaining, but we have left the 2 biggest ones. The 2000 and the 1750 are still in play. But with 4 left to choose from, 2 of them are killers. So there is a 50% chance of hitting a killer, and there is a 50% chance of hitting one of the 2 big values. You haven't got a killer this time, so your jackpot stays where it is, but the 850 has to go out of the game.
Guy in the rafters is really getting paid handsomely tonight, isn't he?
Okay, it is very much a game of 2 halves, and appropriate that we've got 2 out of 4 killers still in the game. You've got the 2 biggest values, the 2000 and the 1750, and the lowest and the 3rd lowest, the 50 and the 150. The swings and this with 2 questions to go are too big to calculate. You find 2 killers, you're going to go down to around about 400. You find the 2 biggest values, you could be looking at north of 6,000. 2, 3, 4, north of 5,000 anyway. So 400 to 5,000, that's more than a magnitude's order of magnitude's difference. Let's check in with the audience, see how they're getting on at the moment. Clive still out in front with 5,500, JR 4,300, Pyro 3,925, Silent Marine 3,625. That completes the top row. You're on 1,675, just ahead of AB, me just behind Mr. Vertigo. But we've got 2 more questions. We've got 2 more questions which could make all the difference. Let's go back to the money box. And Woollyback, your final choice of coin, please.
Oh, is it red on the right then?
The right red one, which is the furthest right on my index selector. Let's load the right red coin. And Shadowbane, 10 seconds to discuss, and bear in mind you've got 2 questions to face in the final. What are you facing now? What are you facing later?
Right, so food and drink or art, which do you think is more favourable? Like, what are we losing next?
Well, bearing in mind the last time we faced a question on alcoholic drinks, this might be a dangerous one.
Oh god, don't remind me of that.
Yeah,
I still remember vividly saying, what the hell is a hot toddy?
I think we needed a hot toddy after that one.
So do you want to take art then?
We've got to take them both eventually, haven't we? So yeah, go do art, yeah.
Okay, let's go art then.
Okay, art loaded up. Pokenuts, welcome to the stream. Good time zone to you as well, my dude. Let's take a look at our options on art. Claude Monet or Edouard Manet. Those are the 2 names. French Impressionist art, Monet or Manet. And your question is, not taking inflation into account, which of these artists' most expensive paintings in terms of auction sales sold for the highest price? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and your time starts now.
Very interesting. So I'm basing this one mostly off of notoriety of the artist, and I've got to say, I think a lot more people will know Claude Monet than Edouard Manet. No disrespect to either of them, but I do think that Claude Monet was the more prolific painter back in ye olde times, or whenever he was active. Unless you've got another opinion.
Yeah, it's the more famous one, so he probably had the more famous painting as well. Let's do it. Let's stick with Monet.
You want to go with Claude Monet?
With Claude rather than Eddie, yeah.
I thought I would just double check which forename is attached to that, just in case, because they're very similar. Just confirm we're going to go with Claude Monet.
We're going with Claude.
Let's lock in Claude Monet and see what the audience thought. That is ticking up very fast. That bodes well. 78% of the audience think Claude Monet, as do you. Just 22% thinking Manet. Let's see if you in the audience are correct. That's a good noise. Yeah, it was one of Monet's Haystacks paintings sold by Sotheby's to German businessman Hasso Plattner for $110.7 million. Conversely, Spring by Edouard Manet sold by Christie's for just 65.1 million to the J. Paul Getty Museum. So, we've got through the hard bit. We've got the question right. It now doesn't matter if it's a killer, though it would be better to find one now with the correct answer and just reduce the odds going into the final question. If this is not a killer, then there is a 2 in 3 chance that you will pick one on the next question, putting a lot of pressure on it. And we also need to find out whether this is going to be a big value or a little value. Let's find out. What did you bring to your money box? $1,750. That's what we wanted to see. $1,750. That is going to more than double your current jackpot. There is one small cloud in this very lovely sky of $1,750 we've just found. It's not a killer, which means out of the 3 remaining coins, 2 of them are killers. Let's first of all add $1,750 to your jackpot. 3,425 is what it stands at, and potentially 2,000 more to add to that. We could still end up very close to $5,500. However, here is the conundrum. There's a 2 in 3 chance that you're going to find a killer, and a wrong answer would halve your 3,425 and take it down to a message from our sponsor, the question writer, the Lupine One.
Hey Ben, when are you going to get a wheel with wedges that say unlock Ben and unlock that is the question?
I don't see that happening anytime soon, Lupin, but thank you for the 57-month subscription and for this excellent question pack that we are thoroughly enjoying. Now, the question, Shadowmane and Woollyback, is whether you want to actually take one of your categories you were earmarking for the final if you think you're going to be stronger, because there is a lot more pressure on this question. Get it wrong, you drop back to 1,700 or so. Get it right and pick the right coin, you could be up to 5,500. Get it right but with the wrong coin, it's going to stay around 3.5. So a lot of big decisions riding here. Shadowmane, the decision of the coin is with you. Which would you like?
Well, on the basis that I want both blue coins left in the final, I'm going to take left orange.
Left orange. In it goes, your final coin of the game. And Woollyback, can you select your final category for us? Feel free to discuss as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to stick with our guns, or do you want to nix one of the things we've been saving?
Well, there is a saying in betting circles: never change your mind.
So food and drink then.
Food and drink it is. Yeah, let's do that. And if it's about hot toddies, then so be it.
Okay, let me just load up the food and drink in my slider. There it is. And we'll load the food and drink question in. A lot of pressure on this one. Food and drink. Let's take a look at your options. Jack in the Box or Wendy's? Question to go with it. As of 2023, which of these fast food chains has more restaurants in the USA? 15 seconds in the audience. 45 seconds to discuss between the two of you, and your time starts now.
Well, my initial thought would have been Wendy's, but then why is Jack in the Box there? Is there something that people know but I don't?
Are we talking a trick question like the one with LA and Frisco?
Quite possibly, because Wendy's is very notorious and very famous for a lot of things. But if that's the case, why is it going up against Jack in the Box unless the question writer knows something that we don't? Because Jack in the Box, sure, it's got. I know what they both are, but I don't see Jack in the Box having more than Wendy's. However, that might just be the trap that they've laid for us in that case.
Done traps before, so why not? Yes.
You want to go for Jack in the Box then?
Do we think it's a trap, or do we think it's not a trap?
On our heads be it.
Yeah, we'll go for Jack in the Box.
Noises are happening. Here's a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
Anyone for a hype train?
Matt, thank you for the 500 bits, and Oni, thank you for the 50-month subscription. I do remember you celebrating you turning 30, and that was indeed a time. Thank you for the support. Welcome on into the stream. Final decision. We're going to lock in Jack in the Box.
Go on, then.
And a message from our sponsor, Proogs.
I can help with the hype train, too. Welcome back, Royal Flush.
Thank you, Proogs, for the 100 bits. I appreciate the hype train, everybody. Let's get through... Okay, I was going to say, let's get through this question and then continue it by all means. Message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games, first of all.
Level 2? Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Final decision before the next announcement comes in. Are we going for Jack in the Box?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're stuffed either way. Yeah. Go on.
Jack in the Box is locked in, JR. Thank you for the 100 bits. Very nice. 69% of the audience think it's Wendy's. Just 31% think Jack in the Box. You thought Wendy's is probably the answer, but you thought it might be a trap. So you've steered into the trap. Let's see. Were you right to do that? Remember what you said about the gambler's thing about never changing your mind? And Shadowmane, your instinct was Wendy's?
Don't tell me it's Wendy's. Ah!
I'm afraid so. Not masses in it. 5,993 or 6,825, depending on the source. Actually, I'm lying. I just read my facts wrong. Somewhere between 6,000 and 7,000 Wendy's. Only 2,200 Jack in the Boxes. So it's Wendy's by quite a long way. So, it doesn't matter what
the best way to lay a trap is only to lay it sometimes.
Only to lay it sometimes, absolutely right. Now, it doesn't matter what the coin is. It would be nice to know if this were the 50, it wouldn't have made much of a difference to your jackpot either way. If it's the 2,000, it'll be a bit of a slightly bitterer blow, but it is what it is. The main thing is, we don't want this to be a killer. Let's see, what was the final coin that you brought to your jackpot? It was the worst of both worlds. If you'd got it right, it only would have added 50. And it was one of those two remaining killers. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. You've just lost 1,712 from your jackpot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It does mean that we didn't find the 2,000 coin, we didn't find the 150 coin, and there was still one killer unearthed. But that is the way the game goes, I'm afraid. We have to take that off your jackpot. Oh. But do not despair, because you have still got 1,713 in your jackpot, which is a very respectable amount, I would say. Now, you could take all, some, or none of that away. All of that depends how we go with the final two questions. Before we go there, I think we're going to check in with the audience scores. And we see that Clive is still at the lead, 7,350, a very respectable score. Pyro on 5,725, still got 5,400. And CJ on 5,000 completes the top row. 1,713 is what we are playing for in our jackpot tonight. Shadowmane and Wally back. But before you can win that, we need to go through the rules, because it's time for the final. You left two questions, one on animation and the other one on something else that I've now forgotten, to my shame. Comedy. Animation and comedy. Now, you're both going to play these questions as you did before as a team. We're going to lock in an answer of a 50-50, and the audience is still playing along, and audience, you have this game as well. However, I'm not going to tell you whether they're right or wrong immediately. We'll lock in an answer on animation, and then we'll go straight on to the next category of comedy. Okay?
All right.
After we've answered both questions, if you've gotten both of them right, you win today's jackpot of 1,713. Hooray. If both questions are wrong, you lose everything and you go away with nothing. However, if one is right and one is wrong, you have the option to change one of your answers, or you can walk away. If you walk away, you get half your jackpot, I believe is how the game works. If you change one of your options and they both become right, you win the whole thing. If you change one of the options and they both go wrong, you lose everything. Happy with those rules?
Yeah, I'm happy with those rules.
Happy with the rules. The questions might be another thing altogether, but I'm happy with the rules.
Let's see if the questions are favourable. We'll start with one on animation. Your options are Bleeding Gums Murphy or Maud Flanders. And let's just share that crate with everybody. The question: going by the date of the premiere of the episode in which it happened, which of these Simpsons characters died first? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and your time starts now.
Right, so my initial thought was Bleeding Gums Murphy. I know who they both are, if that helps you out, Willie Beck.
Right, well, any little helps. Carry on.
So Bleeding Gums Murphy was this saxophonist that Lisa became friends with early on in the early few seasons. Didn't last much long after that. Maud Flanders, obviously the wife of Ned Flanders, and then tragically died in a t-shirt gun accident. Yeah, I do believe that Maud's death came after Bleeding Gums Murphy's death, because we still saw Maud a lot of times, even on a few seasons after Bleeding Gums Murphy had disappeared. So I'd be happy to go with Bleeding Gums Murphy.
It's time.
Oh yeah, definitely happy to go with that. Your logic is excellent.
We're locking Bleeding Gums Murphy then.
Yeah.
Obviously no audience poll, and I can't tell you if it's right or wrong at this time, but we're locked in with Bleeding Gums Murphy. The next question is on comedy. Let's take a look at your options. Cheers or Last of the Summer Wine? Question is, which of these sitcoms' first episodes was broadcast earliest? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss. Your time starts now.
Yeah, I've got this one.
You got this one, Willie Beck?
I'm guessing Cheers was sometime in the 1980s, was it not?
Oh, you think it's Cheers? That's interesting.
No. Cheers was sometime in the 1980s, correct? Am I right there?
I wouldn't know, I haven't seen Cheers.
Okay. Last of the Summer Wine was 1972.
Ah! So in that case, it would be Last of the Summer Wine.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's obviously had several different casts in that. It's how 30 odd years. So yeah, Last of the Summer Wine, I think it was 1972.
Yeah, we're going with that then, Last of the Summer Wine.
Cheers being 80s is Last of the Summer Wine is definitely.
Brilliant.
Okay, that's time up. Let's lock in Last of the Summer Wine. And go to the not oft used wide pan. 1,713 is your jackpot. If both are right, then we avoid that difficult decision altogether. If both are wrong, then we avoid the difficult decision, but with bitterness. If you got one right and one wrong, you might have to have a little think. Let's take a look. Going by the date of the premiere of the episode in which it happened, which of these Simpsons characters died first? You said Bleeding Gums Murphy. Which of these sitcoms' first episodes was broadcast earliest? You said Last of the Summer Wine. I'm just stalling here for a moment because I think the audience get an opportunity. If the audience have got one right and one wrong, they've now got an opportunity to swap. And I think I get another note in my console which tells me when their time is up. So the audience will already know the answers and they're not going to say anything in the chat. Audience answers have now concluded. So audience, if you've swapped, fingers crossed for you. Good stuff. Well, I got a message in my console saying your time is up, so we can reveal. And please, because you will now know in the audience game potentially, do not spoil it for our hot seaters. Let's find out. First of all, and we hope that we can avoid the difficult decision. Have you got both questions right? Of course you have! Well played, yes. It was around Springfield in season 6 when Bleeding Gums Murphy died, and Alone Again, Naturadiddly, season 11 when Maud Flanders died. And what year did you say Last of Summer Wine was?
1972.
1973, off by one.
Hooray!
So a programmer,
close.
possibly. Off by one, 1973. Cheers was indeed 1980s. That was 1982. Yeah, bang on with the estimates there. And it means, Woollyback and Shadowmane, you leave Moneybox today with 1,713 pennies each and a place on the coveted Moneybox leaderboard. Thank you so much for joining me. Have you both had a good time?
Oh, we've had a great time. Always love a happy ending.
It was a happy ending, absolutely. Woollyback, how was your debut here on game night?
Well, I mean, I'm very surprised to have been chosen first time out, considering I just arrived. But
RNG, gonna RNG, I guess.
Great to be here. Great to try a new game out, and great to be reunited with Shadowmane because, as usual, it's been a pleasure.
Fantastic.
It has.
Great to hear. Well, it's been lovely having you both here, and it's been great to have a chat. And thank you for giving me a sparring partner on my first one back after some time off. It's been lovely having you here. So great result all round. 1,713 pennies. Congratulations. I'm going to drop out of the room and just wrap up the game, but I'll let you pop back to the general voice chat if you like. But thanks very much for playing, and we'll see you again really soon.
Thank you for having us, Dan. Have a great wrap up of the stream.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. So, there we have it. 1,713. Just the small matter of resolving our audience game and seeing where everyone else ended up. This is why I need to get this into the operator, because I don't actually know what comes next. I've only played this game about 3 times. I think if I press it again, we get the leaderboard. Yes, we do. We've got some gold, silvers, and bronzes there. Clive, 7,350. Pyro, 5,725. And Zeus, 4,900. And, of course, these will all translate into pennies for you as well. I actually don't think there are medals in this game. I don't think there's actually a gold, silver, and bronze medal. It's just coloured to show the top 3. But, oh, excuse me. But the pennies do pay out. As exposed. That's a big windfall for a few of you. Clive was already top of the leaderboard, and he's just got a few more in there, so very well done. And Shadowmane and Woollyback, 1,713 for you. So, a happy ending indeed. We had a bit of a bumpy road to get there, but we finished with a total of 1,713 for the guys. And I can tell you, if I go to the leaderboard... I've got lots of raid messages to look through in just a minute. It won't have updated it yet, but I will be able to work out if we go to Moneybox. Puts us into 5th place on the leaderboard, just behind JR and Oni. So happy days indeed. I'm going to roll the credits, and then I'm going to wrap up the first stream of Season 18 after the credits on the big cam. Thank you all for playing. I hope you've had fun with Moneybox. And I've got to do it with the cam on because apparently all my scenes are messed up, so that'll be fun. And that was Moneybox, and that is why I tend to turn the camera off whenever the credits roll. We got through it. It didn't crash. The system's running a little bit hot, as am I. But got through it, so I'm always happy when software doesn't die. Lupine, thank you very much for a charming question pack, and thank you very much to Coda for proofing it as well. That was great fun, and lovely to have Woollyback and Shadowmane in here having a chat with me. And if anyone wants to turn that into a GIF, you'd be most welcome to do so. Dragon Ball Z fan, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again as well. Hope you are well. It's good to be back on the horse, as they say. Well, that is going to be it for episode 1 of season 18. Just a gentle reminder, if I can find where I've put my Discord, which is up there. Let's go to stream schedule. No, let's go to what's on. Thursday, Crossfire, Distinction, and The Purge. Thursday, the 1st of May. Next Saturday, Battlefront, The Abyss, and Spotlight into the intervening time. You've also got our friend Ash the Bash, AT_Bash, over on his channel on Wednesday for Duel, and I think Redacted was on Friday this coming week. So still plenty of quiz out there between now and next week with me. It's been good to get back. Thank you for bearing with me. I know I started and I think I'll probably look back at the stream. I think I looked a bit like a deer in the headlights at the beginning there. It's just coming back to it after so long was just a little bit frightening, but I've had a good time. I hope you have as well. Thank you again to our writers, to JR for Plinko, to Dogfish for DangerZone, and to Lupine for Moneybox. I've say showing you the new software. That's going to be a gradual rollout process because at the moment I've got multiple trackers going on, which I've just got far too much software running simultaneously, which isn't great. I also need to sort out my OBS overlays. Apparently they've come unstuck, so that's going to be probably a tomorrow afternoon job maybe. And we've got some raid messages I need to look through. There's a couple that I highlighted. It's been a while. We're just normal Ben. We're just innocent Ben. Sublime Spangly Software, Roy GBP. Monet Manet Money. I quite like that. That's quite good. Another happy ending. Cheers, Royal F10 Red Wine. That could work. I'm assuming that the emoji will track into the thing. Dance, Ben, dance, and insert raid message here. And a quick game of Spacey 4 game. Ooh, not tonight. I'm going to leave on a high. There's too many other things that could go wrong. Plus, I'm a bit warm and, could gradually build back into things. We're going to go with... Leave on a high, absolutely. A couple of bugs in here that I need to fix as well. I think we're going to go for... It's been a while is quite good. I do quite like that. I'm going to give consolation pennies, which should give you 50 pennies. I don't know if it'll log it in chat, we'll find out. But we're just normal Ben, we're just innocent Ben. There you go. Oh, amazing. I love how it does it automatically. So, JR, you're getting 50 pennies in consolation pennies. I'm going to give 50 consolation pennies to ABME for Manet Money. Dance Ben Dance gets 50 consolation pennies because I thought that could be a good raid message. But the raid target, the raid message is going to be, it's been a while by Ardenfett, so you're going to get 100 pennies, and we're going to pick a raid target to go and raid. Who have we got online? That's the problem with that, I can't see too many things at once. JB and Prey are doing Dr. Mario. Are they doing a co-cast? Which of them should we raid? Have they got... Mike is muted, no need to say in chat. Or JB's got a muted mic. Has Prey got a muted mic? We'll go to the one who doesn't have a muted mic. No, but he's got adverts. And people are reacting. So we're going to go raid Prey, I think. It's going to be Prey casts. And we're going to go and say whatever Ardenfetz's message was, which will turn up in the chat in a minute, and it'll spam it in the chat 10 times so you can take it from there. Thank you again for bearing with me during the gap. I haven't been just forgetting about it. One thing I know I have forgotten about is last season's penny prize draw prizes. I know I did the charity stream prizes. I've got to do the penny prize ones. I'll try and do them this weekend. It was just another thing that I felt it's the pressure of everything I think just got to me too much, and I just needed to withdraw from everything. And then doing stuff like writing the book was fun. It didn't have the same pressures of streaming. And also the putting the archive together. And big thanks to Colin who wrote some Python scripts for me to collect all of the things from YouTube, which saved me a hell of a lot of time. Very much appreciated there. The archive is available. I'm going to give it its own channel in the Discord at some point. And then then starting to get back on the horse with Face Off and now the Operators. So it's full steam ahead now for the rest of season 18. Lots of things to look forward to. Collabs with Ash, collabs with HUDs, and all the usual great quality quiz content that we get right here at Game Night. I'm gonna go get myself another drink and probably have a little lie down, which would be lovely. We're gonna go say hi to Prey and let's set that raid up now. Remember how to do it. And I will see you on Thursday for Crossfire, Distinction, and The Purge. I really hope you can join me for that. Until then, be absolutely splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. And I hope to see you on Thursday. Until then, take care, peace out, and good night.